play a game.
Well, hello there. Fancy meeting you here. Wesley, Kelly, Chocky. Who else have we got? Lord Vectron, Mason, Hawks, and Sean Hemmings, and Melbourne Train Guy. All right, we're going to have a look at the Severn Valley Railway today. I have pinned a chat comment with a link to the mod. It is a mod for Train Sim World 6. It will be PC only because you can't put mods on console. Anyway, we're in it. So there. What we've got, usual on foot stuff. Map's clearly not finished yet, but there is Kidderminster to Bridgnorth, which is the end. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. End of the railway. I have done Bewdley to Kidderminster. I have not done any of the rest yet, so we will see what happens. You can use the Class 52 from West Somerset Railways. This is in the timetable. There are no scenarios. We have the Fowler 4F from Peak Forest. We also have other steam engines. We have the Stanier 8F, also from Peak Forest. We have the Jub from Spirit of Steam. The Class 47-4, which is one of the good smoky ones from West Coast Mainline Shap. And, of course, a Gronk, which comes from West Coast Mainline Shap or Blackpool branches. So it's picking up the Just Trains versions of the trains, in other words. And I don't know why this one's crosshatched. I guess he hasn't put an icon there, but it is in fact the 150. What do you reckon? Do we start with the 150? Nah. Yeah, we'll start with the 150. Fair enough. All right. We'll probably do the whole run outside if we can. Now, what I want to tell you before we get into this, well, I'll do it while it loads. It does have conductor mode for a bunch of the stuff. This is far from finished. I want to make that really clear up front. Far from finished. So when you see it, don't go, ew, it's empty. Well, it's just far from finished, okay? So let's have a look around Kidderminster first. Oh, we've got some nice smoky 150s going on. What would Greta think?
How dare you?
Thanks, Greta. Down here is where the signal box would be, about here. There's a little yard about here. The little museum and the little cafe are about here. The train that crashed into the wall was about here. No buffers as yet. Weirdly, modern PIS, but that's okay. This structure's actually relatively close to what it should look like. And the station normally wouldn't have grass in it, but there's a shop and some other stuff in here. There's a pub over there. Hopefully he makes the pub. That would be good. I think the pub's on that side. Coming down here out of the station, looking down the hill into the hole that is Kidderminster. It is a hole. If you've never been to Kidderminster, then I'm not saying it's a bad town, because it's not. It's actually quite okay. But it's in a hole. It's in a really deep hole. But anyway, this is sort of the shop city here, although there's a pub. I haven't got the pub. And the pub's forever covered in white crosses and things. But anyway, this is a relatively good starting flavour for Kidderminster Station, I have to say. So, mostly the track all works here. The signals kind of. Some do, some don't. And we do have what I assume are temporary things like this, where it says car stop. But it's starting to shape up. It's looking okay. So let's just jump into this beast. I think we're already in it, actually, aren't we? Yep, we are. Let's do some headlights. Day headlights, maybe? Yeah, day headlights would be good. We've done the master key. We should probably put it in forwards. And safety systems. Does have AWS, bizarrely enough. And I think, yeah, I think that's where it does. All right. Shall we get started? I missed the station, says Sean Hemmings. No, I didn't. I just went through it. Oh, the mainline station. Is it here? I didn't think it was. It's the mainline station built in here as well. Let's go look. Because that would be around here somewhere, wouldn't it? No, it doesn't look like it's here. Because that would be here. The mainline station. Right about here. There. Yep. Pretty much. So, no mainline station. As yet. When is it set is an interesting question. I kind of think it's contemporary. Are you working? No, you're not working. I clearly haven't set you up yet because you're working, aren't you? Hang on. Are you working? Yeah, that bit works. Okay. Let me just have a look at what I've done with Mr. Sim Workshop here. Because I probably have not loaded up the right settings. Lever settings, XML, done. And let's change it to that. And then change it to that. And go start callback. And hopefully... my levers don't want to work today. No levers! This train does have rail driver, doesn't it? Pretty sure it does. In fact, I'm certain it does. I was mucking about with it before using it with steam engines, and I may have broken it. Let's just do single lever throttle and train brake. Let's try that. No. Nothing. 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 Bugger. Alright. I think I've broken my software. But that's okay. It's how things are sometimes. Let's try that. Right. No, still no levers. I have broken my levers. We shall stop the software and run it again. See what that does. Start. Oh, it is actually reading the levers. I'm just looking at this. I don't think this one's working with rail driver. So, whatever. We'll do it the hard way. Whee! Oh, hang on. Maybe I should lock the doors, hey? Think I should lock the doors? That's probably a good idea. Alright. Off we go. We might as well fly outside, why not? Better be careful and make it more smoke. Greta will be back. Chocky says it looks better than what's called more local. We do have the signal to leave. That's a good thing. I actually forgot to look at that, so it's a good thing we did, because sometimes they don't work. Hope Richie will do a video. He may do. Melbourne Train Guy's done 0 runs in the GWR150. I've done quite a few, so I don't actually know why it's not working with the TSC thing, because it should, as far as I know. So we do parallel the main line for a little while. That's where the diseasels live, and up here is the carriage sheds, so this is prototypical so far. I think there should be a turntable back there from memory, and a shed. So, stuff to come. Stuff to come. And fortunately, a lot of the route's 60 mile an hour, which is nice, because, you know, heritage, boring. Hey, C, how are you? Chocky also hasn't done the Riviera because he doesn't own it. That's sad. It's a good route. Grab it on sale if you get an opportunity. So out we go onto the single track main line. So far, reasonably accurate, I think, because you do go out through a town for this part from memory. I haven't looked at the stations beyond Bewdley yet. So, hopefully the stations are nice. I'm still sad this doesn't work. It's just sad. But anyway, that's fine. Ooh, look at all that smoke!
How dare you?
Sorry, I better not wear Greta out. Bridges leave a little bit to be desired so far. because, you know, they're a bit new. Oh, that one's actually got some support. That one's not so bad. Some of the bridges are a bit funny. Like this big one here. This is funny. This is actually a big viaduct in real life that runs over a canal. So the canal's not there yet. Formation is. So it just hasn't got water in it yet. But it's looking pretty cool. I did stand about here on the towpath and film trains. So that was cool. Two miles to Bewdley. C is excited for the 8:05 preview tonight. It'll be tomorrow morning for me. Very, very early. Which makes me sad. But yes, I think a lot of people are probably looking forward to that. So it should be good. I hope. It's from all aboard. Hopefully it's less blurry than the 350s. I've ridden quite a few of the 805s, so kind of looking forward to it, because I kind of know what they sound like, and I know how fast they accelerate and how slowly, that sort of thing, so it should be good. Yeah, I think it would be about 6 AM, Hawks. Let me look. Train Sim World channel has got a thing scheduled. Or does it? It did. Still does. 6 AM, yep. 6 AM. Quiet you. So, light baking not done yet, would be my bet. We're coming out into the countryside now. A mile away from Bewdley. I think there's a little bit more to this countryside than this, from memory. Coming towards Bewdley. I should have teed up one of my end-to-end videos to run alongside it, shouldn't I? But, you know, it's a long way from finish, so we don't want to do an unfair comparison with it. I'll be curious if he started the quarry at the Holt, because that would be interesting. The quarry's quite fascinating, if you've ever been here. Should probably do something about stopping for Bewdley. Melbourne train guy's going to complain to his Melbourne Member of Parliament. Let me know how you go with that. Bit of random rolling stock. You know, that's more rolling stock than we get in some of the professional routes. Just sitting around doing nothing. Just saying. Township of Bewdley on our left. We have the green to come into Bewdley. Now, normally at Bewdley, there's a bunch of rail cars like 104s and 107s and the like sitting over on the right-hand side there. Ooh, I think I was supposed to slow down. But that's okay. Bewdley is a crossing station. So the track layout to me looks pretty decent. There should be a signal box just about here, I think. We have the magically appearing Train Sim World people. This is where the station building would be. I hope he builds the stations as custom assets, because the stations on SVR are quite magnificent. I mean, it's a big ask to get Ryan to build really accurate assets for the stations. It's a really big ask because they are magnificent stations. Now, I don't know if we're waiting for a cross here, but we do have red signals currently. So let's jump back in, get the doors open. Draw. Oops. Better put it back in neutral, eh? So we can go for a wander. Go look at Bewdley. And we'll have to figure out if there's a train coming as well. Ooh, watch that first step. It's a big one. But anyway, there are some stations down, or some buildings rather, down below Bewdley. I think he's captured the feel of that side pretty well. This side looks kind of okay too, but I don't think you could actually see it from here. I think there were trees in the way from memory, and a fence and a bunch of other stuff. So, hopefully more assets to come. We shall see. C says we're getting an honest opinion before I buy it. It's been on it, so no more than me. Oh, I've, yeah, been on the 805s. The bridge, I think, here is covered. Or is this one's not? We have grass sounds underfoot. I'll pop that in the feedback. He is seeking feedback, so if you do download this from Train Sim Community, the link is in the pinned message in the chat. I think the platforms are about right. He has got a link to a Google form for feedback, and he welcomes it. I did invite him on. Hello, Daniel. I did invite him along for the stream, but I didn't give him much notice. I only gave him about a day, so I was not that surprised that I did not hear back. But, you know, I thought I'd offer, since I was going to run it. And you never know, maybe he'll lurk or he'll watch it later, who knows. But so far, to be honest with you, it's looking about right, as far as the station goes. Now, let's see if we have got another train coming in, or if we just have to request to go out. Because it is a fairly long single line, so we might have something coming. We might have to wait for an eternity. No, it doesn't look like there's anything coming, so chances are that signal's not actually red. So let's go and jump back in the train. Some of the signals work and some of them don't seem to. Holy Trucker says, what's the difference between the 805 and the 802? The 805 goes brrr. There you go. Different logos, different seat layouts, different livery. Can we proceed past this signal? Denied. Denied. What? And it really is red too. So, do we need to force some points or something? No, we've got a path. Did we have a path before? I'm not sure. Oh, we've got route hopping. We may have to spawn a train after the signal. We'll lock the doors and see what happens. Maybe they'll work after we lock the doors. Some of the trains do that, don't they? Never really liked that feature. Oh, there we go. I never really liked that feature. So let's get rid of the door. Hey, we've got a head code. 1A07.
The next station is Highley. This is a Great Western Railway service to Bridgnorth.
Oh, the way it goes, the next station is Highley. Yep. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Off we go. In our smoky little 150. That's not very smoky. Ah, there we go. How are you, Amy? Yes, the sounds are different on the 805. It's got a complete new sound set. It's a sound set built from fresh recordings that they've done themselves, and the guy that did the sounds for it does a lot of sound mods for TSW and TSC. Ah, you can tell it's Train Sim World. Look, there's bushes on the tracks. See? Everybody does it. It's not the 70s. We should shave that stuff back. Hello, Flying Southerner. How are we going? We're going to Highley on the Severn Valley Railway. Amy is doing okay, building a new train in a create mod right now and getting very 153 vibes. Cool bananas. We have some signalling. There actually is quite a bit of signalling along this line. I think to break it into blocks. Ooh, lots of smoke. Is it time for Greta? Yes.
How dare you?
Can you actually hear Greta, by the way? Because I can't. She doesn't play for me. I think she goes out on the stream. I hope. If she doesn't, I'll have to fix it. Londo Spark. Hello. Last time we went to Highley with you were both passengers. This is true. Londo did accompany me for the day on the Severn Valley Railway. And we went to the Bridgnorth Railway. The Cliff Railway. You can hear her. Fantastic. I spent ages on that. About 3 minutes. Yeah. I think it took me longer to figure out how to get the clip off YouTube than it did to get it ready and working without a background. She'll probably sue me now, but that's okay. It seemed necessary at the time. I'm not bothering to go flat chat because, you know, we want to have a look. There's the Severn River in the Severn Valley. I assume it's the Severn River. I know it's the Severn Valley. So I assume it's the River Severn. Makes you wonder where the River Styx is. Melbourne train guys said, some people might say that 3 minutes is an eternity. Only a boy would say that, Melbourne train guy. One eternity later. Amy says, what will she say when she sues me?
How dare you?
Probably that. We did have many rides on the Cliff Railway, Orlando. We did indeed. It all stemmed from the fact that they filled up the car at the top of the Cliff Railway predominantly with children and a couple of adults. And they filled up the car at the bottom of the railway entirely with adults. And we outweighed the children, so the cars went, ooh, and just settled at this equilibrium point that their system couldn't quite get us past. Don't know what the flickering is. Weird lighting there. But, excuse me. But the grass work around the edges is quite nice. I like that. Nice smooth edges, not jaggy. Good stuff. We are a mile away from Highley. There's rather a lot of trees to be put in, I think. Rather a lot. Jockey says maybe it's the River 8. Could be. Could be 7 of 9. Londo Spark says probably near the 4th bridge. I'm going to be going over the 4th bridge later in the year. Actually looking forward to that. I was looking at the prices for the Caledonian, and with both of us sharing the cabin, it's about the same price as a hotel room in London, plus the 2 normal sit-up train fares, so I actually think it's quite good value. So we will do the Caledonian. Flying Southerner applied for a new job yesterday, applied to be a train platform dispatcher. Ah, paddle boy. Excellent. Hope you get that. British Ace did that for ages before he became a guard. Londo Spark likes the water as well. Londo Spark is another... What would you say, Londo? More or less local? What do we call more or less local? The other more or less local is Adam from Skyhook Games, who I showed this mod and he was quite excited. I also showed him the mod for the Cargo Line 5 and he's going, yeah, well, we knew people would do that. That's why we modelled the inside of the car and we didn't just pretend that you couldn't open it. I think I downloaded that too, so we could potentially have a look. What does that signal say? That says yellow and red at the same time. I'm confused. I think it's confused. Londo Spark says there's a lovely biker cafe on the under the 4th bridge on the southern side. That would require going down there, Londo. You are now approaching Highley. So the question is that the voice of Ryan? I don't know. It's kind of cool to have announcements. I don't remember announcements on any of the SVR trains. I think it was just people walking up and down telling you where they were. Ooh, train. Look at that, I remembered that time. So it looks like Highley hasn't actually got a station building. But it does have a steam engine. He's a fowler. What would Greta say about a monstrous coal-burning steam engine?
How dare you?
We do indeed have a 4F. Flying Southern says, yes, I do get the paddle which lights up, which is cool. That's why I call you a paddle boy. I used to call British Ace a paddle boy, but he graduated. I think he was a paddle boy for about, what, maybe 9 months or a year, I think. Ah, shit. 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 It's alright, it's stopping itself, it's fine. Does the steam train go? Whee! Are you going to leave or just sit there? This is what inquiring minds need to know. In fact, I think that steam train that played Peekaboo from under the bridge. No, I think that was the next station. I don't think it was this one. But this is Highley. Got a little bit of work to do, clearly. General vibe feels pretty good, I think. General vibe of the landscape, I think he's done a nice job. Has the steam train even got a driver? I'm hoping it'll leave. Well, it's got a driver, so it might leave. Just to annoy the universe, look, it's a girly driver. Lock doors. Off we go. Next stop. Billy Joe, God line itself, the Severn Valley unsurpassed in all of Christendom. Londo Spark says, I love how the passenger project has more TSW6 features than commercial routes. That's a bit mean. Off we go to Highley.
The next station is Highley. This is a Great Western Railway service to Bridgnorth.
What did I not do? I shut the doors. Oh, I know why. We have to acknowledge. I probably have to go to off and acknowledge because I let the thing stop us, didn't I? There we go. I let vigilance stop us. So off we go to Highley. At Highley they have a big cafe and a museum, which had an art show in it when we were there. Ooh, that track works a teeny bit rough. Yes, that's why it bounces. What's it look like from that side? Whee! Oh, it's not too bad. Londo says, I've seen many a girly driver on real heritage railways. They're really welcoming to all and not just for us old men. This is true. Flying Southerner says, have you thought about getting a foot pedal so you can do the DST with your feet? TS controllers make software for it. You don't need software for it. You can use something like this. There we go. Box, which is a bunch of buttons and a joystick controller. There's actually very little difference between my box and the TSC. It's basically the same thing. The speed limit should be 25, Londo, but that would be boring. So I think the speed limits he's set on it are probably reflective of what they were in real life. Might need to move a few trees, unless of course there's a flood. Not quite sure what the water's doing with the flickery. Hopefully that's something he can sort out. Amy says, I use a 10 quid Amazon pedal that just pushes Q. Yeah, they're around. You can certainly get them. Just a little USB pedal. Holy Trucker says, hey, you Flying Southerner, looking forward to riding in the 805 VR blasting down the West Coast main line. I personally look forward to blasting up the West Coast main line in the Caledonian Sleeper. I'll probably come back on a Pendolino with a Venti. No, I don't think the 805 does tilt because it's not allowed to do 125 mile an hour. It's limited to 100, I think, or 110, something like that. Gratuitous and somewhat disappointing bridge shot. Need some more bridge. Some more stuff. But we are now climbing, which is correct weight for the landscape, because it is climbing to Highley. It could be why it's called Highley, I suppose. What I might have to do, and since she's behind me, is run the 805 on the West Coast main line and make her watch and go, this is what we get to see. And then run it on Cathcart Circle and go, we'll see this too. I think I got a rude comment from behind me. Leave me alone.
How dare you?
You think there's not enough services? It's about... Yeah, 5 circle, true. That's very true. And then I can say we don't need to go to Scotland, we've seen it all. So we have Highley Station. Looks like it might be a real asset in preparation for what should be here. A starting asset. Just get in past that signal so we don't crush things. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Amy says a divorce speedrun. No, I don't think so. Alright, so this is the beginnings of Highley Station. Remember, we are very early in the development cycle. I never looked at this side of Highley, I don't think. I don't think we actually went out here. But this side, I think the shape looks pretty close. It's got a few features stretched a little bit to make it work, but I imagine proper texturing will come. And there is a footbridge here over the line. There is also a way across the line, so you don't actually have to go over the footbridge. You can walk straight over here. And coming up this way, which I think it's Highley where this great big building is. I think here. There's this absolutely massive building to go in, which has got a... yeah, that'd be right. You've got to walk up the hill and then down again. Yes, that's right. my memory is coming back, is this massive building here with a trade museum inside it and a big cafe and some stuff. Oh, I didn't let anybody out. I'm well, thanks, Rachel. Good to hear okay. Spark says, I got attacked with a wireless microphone in that building. You did. Yes, you did. Did I ever put that up? I'm not sure, actually. Billy Joe says, well, I don't think that old oil burner could handle the Festiniog mountain lions. What? This one? It's a bit wide. It's a little bit wide. Your question, Londo Spark, answers that question. I probably haven't put it up yet. I've recorded more podcasts than I've published so far. So yes, it will have to come out. At some point in time. We have got the green, we may depart. On our way to Hampton Loade. You are welcome, Rachel. Always happy to help people who ask nicely. What do you think, Londo? How do you think of the initial vibe? Does it say Severn Valley? Ooh, future expansion. Double track. It is certainly steep up here. As we run out of steepness. Londo says, it's amazing for being so early in development. I've only been to the SVR once and it's super recognisable. I tend to agree, it is certainly recognisable. Do you think Highley's named Highley because it's on the top of a hill? That sounds like the kind of thing I'd do. Rachel has a problem with the Bakerloo train now, getting only 2 coaches instead of a full train. Well, that's weird. What are you playing on, Rachel? Just cut in the dynamic brakes. Down the long hill to Hampton Loade. Yeah, Loade is a halt, so Loade's not a real station. How long is the route time ETA on the service? Did it have one? Not really. Timetable's already a guide anyway. Not important. It doesn't have a stopping time. You just drive. Oh, I hope that signal's yellow. Yes, it is. Because, you know, I wouldn't have been stopping for that. Not in a million years. Bonk. Playing on PC, Rachel. What route are you having troubles with Bakerloo? Is it Bakerloo itself, or one of the West Coast Main Line routes, or one of the others that has Bakerloo trains? Flying Southern says, maybe when you're over in the UK and near Gatwick, maybe an episode of the podcast if you get the gear through customs. Why would I not get the gear through customs? There's no one there. 2 times I've come into the UK, and there's been people in immigration and absolutely nobody at customs. It's like they don't care. You're very helpful, Chucky. Londo says, please mind the gap between the timetable and reality. Uh-oh. It's an opportunity to run over passengers. As we come rolling in.
This is Hampton.
It'll do.
The Great Western Railway service to Bridgnorth.
The next? We've gone outside. So when it's finished, this will be a really pretty little station. What I should do, actually, is... Severn Valley. Maybe not. What if I search for Kidderminster? And we go from there. Right. Okay. So, stations. Sunday, August 24th. That is the day. I'm just trying to find some photos of my visit. Either of them. Alright, let's look at photos of the 23rd of August 2025. Right, here we go. So I did take lots of photos. So this is it. Let me add this as a share browser. This isn't this station, I don't think. Well, maybe it is. One of the diesel engines has stalled. Oh no. Right, let's just get this set up. Okay. Oop. I don't think that's this station. That's the one we were at. No, that is this station, I think. Will you be quiet? We are at Hampton Loade. Oops. And is this Hampton Loade? Trying to find a station sign. Bewdley. No, that one's Bewdley. Okay, that's where we were before. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, that was the missing things. That's the boat. Oh, that was well, I stood under the bridge and I said I stood under the bridge and filmed a class 20. There it is. Complete with a dog. But let's find the next station. Ah, I was right. See? It's got a turntable at the diesel sheds. So it needs a turntable. Signal box at Kidderminster. More Kidderminster, not Kidderminster. Breakfast. Alright. I think I went too far. Maybe I didn't take any photos there. Maybe I only took video. Quiet. This is the quarry at the halt. So that'll be good if that's in there. We'll see that soon. This is... Well, this is Highley where we were. So that's the big station building and the bridge over. And I'm standing about where the... So you can see where the museum buildings and stuff are here. And there's another huge shed down there. You can just see part of it. So... Is that this station? No. That's the other one. I don't think I took any photos of this station, which is kind of weird. I would have thought I would have. Bit sad, really. I didn't take photos of it. Might have to go back and fix that. Alright, let's get rid of that. And let's get on with it. We're ready, signalman. We're ready, signalman. Signalman! Maybe there's a train coming.
The next station is Bridgnorth. This is a Great Western Railway service to Bridgnorth.
I don't see a train. No. Not a sausage. Oh, signal's come off. Okay. Good. Do you ever had that feeling you're being followed?
How dare you?
I think he wants us out of the way, don't you reckon? We should see the big 8F come through at some point. Breakfast did look nice, Chocky. It was. The pasty was pretty good too. Adam and I had this grand plan of... there you go. But Adam and I had this grand plan of going to the pub, but somehow we didn't manage to do it. We had pasties at Bridgnorth instead. A few line-side houses. We are climbing now, which would make sense. Holy Trucker says, is this place like Somerset? No, because it's mountainous. It's got quite steep gradients. But apart from that, yes, it's like Somerset. I don't remember a caravan park, but I probably didn't pay attention to it. I was about to say it's the world's worst hedge asset, but no, it's actually a nice one. Let's have a look. So that's actually quite a nice hedge asset. Not like the shit one that gets used on the other routes. Who said that? Did I say that? No, I didn't say that. Oh, more bushes on the track. Kill the bushes, Ryan, if you're listening. Gotta go talk to Ryan. I didn't fix the engine because, you know, who cares? It's got plenty of power. It's got plenty of grunt and we're nearly there. Samantha's buses. Somerset. That's like Summernats, but that's cars and smoke and burnouts. Rachel says that campsite mostly has motorhomes in it, not caravans. Well, there you go. Explain why I didn't remember caravans. Motorhomes in the UK are kind of little things, though. Not like the thing I owned when I lived in America. That was huge. It's basically the size of a pretty good sized truck. So it looks like he hasn't modelled the halt, because we would have passed that a while ago. So it'd be cool if he added the halt. Mind you, he's got plenty of stuff to do on the route, so, you know, it's not a demand or anything, but it would be cool if it was there. Because it is a station you can stop at. It's only got stopping place for a single car though, I think. Yeah, it's got a few engines, Melbourne Train guy. I wasn't too fussed that one of them was broken. Hey. My thing went away. No, I don't want to deregister it. I want to... That's a good old man noise, wasn't it? Eh. Hopefully it's got the rail fanny spot in just before Bridgnorth. I wonder if he's made the main line beyond Bridgnorth. Because, you know, the main line actually keeps going. The railway's connected at the other end. Oddly, it's not connected at Kidderminster. So that big station building at Kidderminster is not actually real in the sense that it's not heritage. The Severn Valley Railway extended the line to Kidderminster to run trains, to make it easier for people to get there. Rachel says, I had one of those, a 40-foot Fleetwood coach and a 20-foot trailer were behind me with your car on it. Sold it in the end, too big a pain in the bottom. They are a maintenance nightmare. Every trip something else falls off. Cap Pepe says, deregister and re-register and you're okay. How do I confirm it though? Cancel? Confirm. There we go. Doop. Is that a yellow arm? Yes. It's all good. And expensive, yes. Why does the GSMR do that? It's because I put the reverser into neutral or off, whatever it was, to stop it going beep, 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 beep all the time. Is this weird? I'm allowed to do 60 and I'm doing heritage line speed. Go figure. Hello, Alpha. How are you? We're just arriving into Bridgnorth. I wasn't sure if it was Bridgnorth or Bridgnorth, actually. It had a pub. Don't really know why we didn't go to it, but we didn't. Because we were both looking forward to having a beer, and somehow it didn't happen. That's life. We shall roll the rest of the way into Bridgnorth. Yes, Train Simulator community, there is a pinned comment with the link to this in it. It's by a person named Ryan Gregg. Ooh, it's got proper landscape, look. Excellent. You're well, Alpha. That's excellent. Amy says to beer or not to beer. That is the question. It often is, really. Ooh. Little tributary has some water in it. Maybe it needs to get a little bit deeper so that it floods properly. So clearly there's been an attempt to put water in here. We have 3 calling ons. Count them. 3. All 3 signals are proceed. Oh, that's weird. Why can't the Heritage Line do 40 mile an hour? Usually it's their track's rubbish, but West Somerset easily could. Their track's very good. Bluebell's track's very good too. So some of them have got really good track. North Yorkshire Moors is another one with really good track. But some of them haven't actually touched the track really since they took ownership. There's the locomotive and carriage shed over there. So it looks like Bridgnorth has progressed. Oh, it's got the big bridge. Excellent. We shall explore. Over on our right there is a pub. as part of the station. Alright, let's get the doors open. Right. Did I just see a pink thing around the corner there? I think I did. Let's get you into full service. You into off. And you into off. Or tail lights or something. That way it won't make noise. And if we go flying around the corner here, it is. Look at that. Here's a pink thing. But this line actually continues past here and goes round to the main line. So, but they just use it for storage. Is that the first time we've seen a gate like that in Train Sim World? I'm trying to remember if I've seen them before. My memory kind of tells me, I might be wrong, but I thought there was a path there and there's a pub here. I thought. I could be wrong about that, but I thought. And you cross the big bridge. And if you go this way, there's a pile of rocks pretending to be a castle, but in reality, not really. I don't think there's any shops up here. Just saying. Shops are all down here. Let's walk along the top. Yeah, I don't remember much. Actually, no, there were buildings up here, weren't there? And coming over this way somewhere... Where's the bridge across the river? Has he put that in? No, but this feels... Maybe there. This might be where it is. Or is it here? Might be there. That would make sense, wouldn't it? No, I think it is this one. It's this chasm here that it goes... The funicular goes up and down. I think it's that one. Doesn't look like there's any other reasonable candidates for it in the landscape. That would sort of make sense, because I think the... Unless that's where the main road bridge was, in which case it would be over here somewhere. Not sure. It's exploring an eternity later. Oh. Look. It's a pretty lively timetable. And if you ever are actually here, you can come out of the station, come onto this footpath here, come up this side, and there's a path along the tracks. Comes past that signal, comes all the way to up near this bridge up here, and this floating tree. And it's a good rail fan spot. Just here you can see stuff coming in and going out. It's a pretty cool spot. Flying Southern that doesn't recall seeing the gates. Yeah, I can't think where I've seen them, so it might be a new asset. Lock the doors, finish the service. Let's see how we did. Samantha says, we're doing Shakespeare. Yes, but with beer. Amy says, only the Great Central does more than 25 in real life. Well, you know, having been on quite a few cab rides, I'm just suggesting that perhaps 25 is a little bit less of a limit than you might think. Do you know why the doors didn't close? Because I didn't do that. There we go. And what kind of medal do we get? Can't tell. Haven't got one. Alright, we don't get medals here, clearly. Alright then. The Tim table. What shall we run this time? The Western? Why not? We'll take the Western downwards. Yes, legally it's the limit. So we'll pop out of the 150s moves. Actually, what does the Gronk do? Shunting, of course, and a shuffle. And a coach swap. 30 minutes for a coach swap. Where does it take it? The other end of the line? Oh, it's a Gronk. Takes it 3 meters. Let's get in the 52. Kidderminster to Bridgnorth. We've just done that. I'm going to go the other way. Let's find something that goes the other way. 47. Kidderminster to Bridgnorth. Bridgnorth to Kidderminster. Yay, that's what we want. Nah, January's fine. What about some snow? Has he got snow turned on? We'll find out. We shall soon know. Holy Trucker says, Flying Sudden, it looks like the 805 might be tough to run. They are voting a 2000 service timetable, biggest one yet to SW. It's going to be a mission to run it in VR. Alright, we're in the beast. Is this one going to work? Why is nothing working with it today? Is it broken? I think it might be broken. My TSC software, if you're wondering. I think I've broken it. I was mucking about with it to help old mate Neil, and I think I might have broken it. Let's try and reload a lever map just while you're all sitting there waiting for me to do this. That one. I'm sad now. What have I done? I've busted it. What have I done? Load lever map. I'm sure that's what I just did. What have I done to this silly software? Oh! Oh, I bet you I know what's going on. I bet you I know what's going on. Betcha. Let me check. I reckon the DLL's been replaced. I reckon. Windows no editor, prototype, binaries, third party, PyHid, binaries. No, it hasn't. Extract to here. Do it. Place the file. Can't, because it's open. Bugger. Never mind. Alright, we'll put up with no levers. It's fine. What could go wrong? It'd be perfectly okay. What I should do is plug my Xbox and controller in. Use that. Because that will be nicer. Come on. There we go. Good. We have control. Unlock the doors. And got headlights on. Probably got instrument lights on. Put our bardic on. Blinded by the light. What are we hauling? Books. We didn't look in the shed, did we? Just while we're waiting for our passengers to load. Sir William. He's smoking away.
How dare you?
Bad for Sir William. Terrible. Terrible. Certainly can't support what Sir William was doing. Ooh. Guard. Oh, we'll have to do our Guards one run, won't we? What are we doing that for? I'm going to do that way. We'll have to do a Guards run. Holy Trucker's okay, but it'll be a slideshow by the time you reach Birmingham. Mondo Parks sounds like it'd be fun on a 5080, if you can afford one. Mondo Spark says, don't have Brum Crew, gambling on it being on a sale soon. It's probably a bit new for a sale, I would think. Well, you never know. Holy Trucker says VR has to render a much larger screen resolution. 3D also a nightmare on some routes to play in VR. Samantha's Buses says you may have a compensation claim if blinded by the lights. Call me for a free legal consultation. Ah, excellent. Blinded by the light. What does that do, do you reckon? It's a random knob. Marker lights. Marker lights. No, not that one. Marker lights. No, not tail lights. Marker lights. I want the other marker light. I can't get on it. Alright, we'll have one marker light. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? Off we go to Hampton Shotty's Loade. Seems good. Yeah, maybe. Down the hill we go. Holy Trucker says they put Merningham and Bromsgrove on sale when the locos came out recently. So may offer a deal with the 805. And yes, and Retypes Birmingham still gets it wrong. Give up, Holy Trucker. I do remember the truck depot up there, thinking that was a weird thing to have right next to a heritage railway. Londo says it's been out through 2 sales so far, already have the 5080, need to get some prescription lenses for the VR though. I have those, and I barely use my VR helmet. In fact, I pick it up and charge it more than I use it. How sad's that? Holy Trucker says I play with glasses, I just use the insert that comes with the headset glasses spacer. I got dedicated ones because my eyes are weird. They're actually quite good. It works really well. They weren't all that costly. I was trying to remember where I got them from. VR something or other. Some Chinese company that mails them to you. It pretends to be in your country. Their website does an excellent job of pretending to be where you are. But really they're in China. Amy says, I need to get lenses for mine, but I can tell my prescription has changed. Yeah, get a new prescription first. When you get your prescription, ask them for the prescription printout. Because you can just send that off as part of your order. You just upload it, or you type in the numbers. I think on the place I got it for, you just type in the numbers. Let me see if I can figure out where it was, because it was a decent experience. VR Rock. That was them. I'll get your link. And they just clipped straight in. I didn't have to do anything weird or anything. Holy Trucker says, I've been wearing screens on my face for 2 years now, and weirdly having a TV on your face doesn't make your eyesight worse. But it looks weird when your friends come over. You should take it off. I mean, keeping it on for 2 years is probably a bit dangerous. They weren't very expensive either, I seem to recall. I'm thinking, let's see if I can find the invoice. They were $56.95 USD, including shipping from China. They were quite nicely done. They come in a little hard case, so you can keep them in the hard case. I have since lost the hard case, but that's okay. It's not as though I take them out, because no one else uses this helmet. Because my youngest hates VR, because it makes him vomit. And other half hasn't shown any need to use it. And the eldest has got his own headset. A better one. And knowing him, Mr. Disposable Income, he will probably buy a Steam frame when they come out. Amy says, I've been known to use the headset as I'm overwhelmed, leave me alone with friends who have stayed over at my flat for extended periods. I'll put on a 3D film and dissociate for an hour. Fair enough. It's better than hiding in the toilet. Londo says, thank you. I've also been told to ask for my IPD measurement. Only going to it now because my prescription has been stable for many years. You want the pressure measurement. IPD, yeah, you can get that on the prescription. Holy Trucker says, don't buy them from Temu. You'll end up looking like Sloth from the Goonies after using those. Yeah. Temu. It's good, honest. Yeah, I don't know what I've done to this thing. Figure it out later. I have clearly buggered it. I was trying different settings, trying to help out a fellow streamer who's got one who's having some troubles. Ah, tree to the face! Matt Ped must have made this route. We have got a green one up there. He's good. I think if you bought them from Temu, Holy Trucker, they'd probably just shave the bottom off a couple of soft drink bottles and send them over. Axie Taxi, hello to you. Welcome along to the Severn Valley Railway in Train Sim World 6, a very, very early work-in-progress beta. Oh, and he's made the people stop when the train's coming. Excellent. This is not a route mod, this is a whole new route, and I'm blowing past the station because I started reading the chat. You should not have done that, but at least I didn't spad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. So it's a very early work-in-progress route produced by the public editor by a person named Ryan Gregg, and there's a link to it in the pinned message in the chat. I'm going quite well, Maxi Maxi. How about yourself? Lods on the cars need a touch of work, I think. There it goes. I wonder if a train would actually fit there. To wonder, because that's awfully close to the fence. Maybe it will. Oh no, Windows wants to update. No, you're not going to do it. I won't let you. Bastard Windows. We have the green. Off we go. Eventually. Did it actually release the brakes completely? Did I take it out of forward by any chance? No, I don't think so. Oh, there we go. Silly train. Feeling a little bit sick today. I was actually feeling a little bit weird this morning. But a bit crook in the guts. But I got over it. As we do heritage speed for a little while. Off back down to Highley. You know, thinking about this Run Londo Spark, they spun this out quite a lot to get it into the right time frame. Because it's actually it was a fair ride. It wasn't short. I think we stopped for 10 minutes at every station too. Something along those lines. That's probably the main reason it took half a day. The other mod I've got loaded is for the Cargo Line 5. I think I put it in. Let me have a look. Oops. It's not what I want to do at all. I want to go in here. And I want to go to DLC, content, DLC. No, I haven't put it in yet. I downloaded the mod for Cargo Line 5 too. I better get rid of my mods for West Coast Main Line before the 805 comes out too. Because I don't like running new stuff with mods loaded. Because any bugs I find are invalidated by the fact I had mods loaded. Be hoping to get the 805 probably Friday for me. So over the weekend I'll have a bash at it and form an opinion and make some tutorials. I think it might take a couple of tutorials for the 805. They have promised that they've built a really good in-game tutorial, so I'm quite looking forward to that. But I'll still do tutorial videos for it because I know people will go looking for them. So I'll probably do one driving on Electricary, one driving on diesel, and probably have the power mode switching somewhere in there. We'll see what advanced features it's got. I know it's got faults, so we'll probably have to do a tutorial for how to resolve faults, because no one ever tells you what to do. You just have to kind of figure that out for yourself. As we head into Highley. We don't have announcements in the loco hauled version, do we? Only in the 150. I suppose that makes sense because the train must need them too. Maybe that's why he put the 150 in, to see if announcements worked. That would make sense. Because it doesn't really belong here. And we have a green. Oh, there should be a signal box on the right, too, opposite the station. And a yard that was full of some old buggered trolleys. I can't remember, Amy, if I've got it turned on so you hear the announcements in the loco cab or not. Now, I do remember when they stopped their train here, they did stop with the engine off the platform so that the cars would fit in. Come on, keep going. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. It stopped. Loading, loading, loading. It reminds me of those lollies made of toffee sugar. They have all the lines in them. I got pushed out by someone. No, I can't get in there on the external camera. Just train's junk. Off you go, you big blue beast. To Ali. Gotta say, I'm actually really impressed where this is up to for a early work in progress thing. I know you wouldn't really hear the announcements in a loco cab, Amy. Unless you're in a German loco cab. And then it would give you the announcements in a loud, angry German lady's accent. The same one that goes, Ziefer, 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 Swangbremsung. Which, if you translate it into English, is...
How dare you?
How many times do you reckon I can get away with that in one stream for it not to be fair use? Oh, that's what I should do, Chucky. I should make a version of this where she goes, Swam brings them. Oh, I think that has to be done. See you shortly, Flying Southerner. That'd be even funnier if she said Seefa Swang Brimsong or whatever it is. Ah, yes, there are some angry voices. In one of them, I think it's... Is it one of the Vectrons? When it says RFB, it actually sounds quite grumpy. Yeah, they're the ones, Amy. At least you can spell them. The Subway Sim 2 guy. I was amazed. I put this in the fridge on the weekend and it was still there. So if you're a local and you've been to this route, what do you think? You should only judge the landscape, don't judge the buildings. Because, you know, he's not really done how to do that yet. He's not at that point. Is that a... Yes, it's a distant. Distance don't show on the HUD, so I should know it's a distant. I'm actually amazed how long 2 runs has taken on this, because we started at 7:30. That's actually not bad going. It's not as though I'm rushing it or anything. Kind of going at heritage speed. Forza Train GT. Hello, how are you? Hopefully you're good. Now arriving, Ali. And we do have a green on the signal, I can see it. I know I can see it on track monitor too, but I like looking at the real signals. I must remember to turn off that speedometer in the HUD too, I haven't turned that off. He just woke up, Forza Train. That's alright. I did that this morning. I woke up and went to the dunny and came back and decided to see who was streaming, and it was British Ace. Alpha says, does anyone know what happened on the West Coast Mainline Crew Preston route from the October roadmap since it's almost 3 months now? Well, if it's almost 3 months, was it in the 0 to 3 on October? I don't remember. Let me go and look at the graphic in a moment. There we go. Full stop for Highley. Let me just quickly nip off and find the graphic. Because I think you might be right. I think it was probably in 0 to 3 months. It's been a little while, hasn't it? I think I've emptied my downloads since then, so I probably don't have it. Looking in the other place that it could be. What's that? No, that's not it. I know you can't see what I'm looking at. I apologize. There's too many other things in here for me to scroll through this on stream. No, I can't find it. Oh, wait, what's that? I found it. Yeah, Crew Preston, 0 to 3 months. So Birmingham Crew, we've got that. 805, getting that next week. Stuttgart, we've got that. Crew Preston, that should be coming up pretty soon. DB Expert 145 should be coming up pretty soon. Santa Fe Gameplay Pack, have we got that? Yeah, we've got that. 142 Pacer, we've got that. And the DBBR 420, we haven't got that yet, have we? I don't think. The 420. The 805, I think, will probably be about $34 to $35 because it's, I think, £13.99, and we're about 2 for 1 at the moment. So apart from Steam's mysterious things that they'll do, whatever it is that they do. I just found one of my other screenshots. I think we're possibly doing 10 mile an hour. We're clearly slipping. But one of the other screenshots, which was a picture of a steam machine under a banana. And it's just labelled fits under a banana. Did I just stall the engine? I did, didn't I? It's a good thing it's downhill to Bewdley. Bewdley. Sigh. I just stalled a hydraulic. How's that even possible? How is that even possible? Londo says it wasn't a 003. Remember, things can change. Hopefully not. Amy says Steam money is interesting. Yes, it is. Basically, they charge you what they think you can afford based on your socio-economic parameters. Londo says roadmaps are a best estimate at the time, always subject to change. Look, they are, but as consumers, we do have a right to expect that when it's advertised, it should come that way. And it was still in 0 to 3 in November. I just had a look. So, hopefully it hasn't crept, but we'll see. Alpha looking forward to the February road map. Yep, we haven't had an announcement of any kind, but my bet would be either the first week or the second week of Feb we'll get a road map come up. Purely based on last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. A TSR? What a heritage railway. Bugger me. I missed your comment, Amy. I've watched enough Bluey that I can't take anyone who says the word dunny seriously. Dunny. Amy says, where is Lord Vaporware when you need him? I thought he was in before. Maybe he's gone for a Tosca. Can't get Toscas anymore, but it was a candy bar or a lolly bar, whatever you call them, wherever you are in the world, that looked like a turd. So we always say, oh, I'm going to go for a Tosca. And he says, it's a diesel electric, not a diesel hydraulic. Isn't this a 52? I thought this was a 52. Oh, you're right. It's a 47. Where's all the smoke then? No smoke! What? Greta will be sad. So I thought I chose a Western, but clearly not. Chucky says if they don't tell you otherwise, then it should come. And this is correct. This is what I tend to think anyway. I would like to think we'll get it. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. Joffanon, thank you. 805, 14.99 poons, 17.99 urus, and 17.99 American things. Which means in Australia, generally you take the poons and multiply that by 2. That's the Australian, so... And Steam will chuck a bit on the top, so that's why I'm thinking about 34, 35. I'm starting to gauge pricing for the trip and look for hotels and things like that. And we were initially going to stay in Edinburgh for the week that we were in Scotland, but unfortunately the Edinburgh Festival's on and everybody's put on their price gouging sporran and are charging 10 times more for their rooms than they normally do. Even Premier Inn, who don't normally do that very much, have done it. Less than the others, but they've still done it. It's like £300 for a room for a night. It's mental. So we've been tossing up with Glasgow or Aberdeen, and a couple of people I know who were locals said definitely Glasgow. Aberdeen's boring. There's nothing there. And I was also looking at what tours we can get on to avoid hiring a car. And, yeah, really nothing leaves from Aberdeen. You have to go to Edinburgh or Glasgow to get on tours. So I think we'll probably just stay in Glasgow. So I think it'll be good. Bewdley, next stop. Looking forward to where this might go. Running this does remind me a little bit of being in beta because, you know, in the early days of a route, this is kind of what they look like. I'll have to take it back later and rewind it. And did I choose a 52 or did I choose a 27? I probably chose a 47. Clearly just dumb. And then I didn't even recognize that I'm sitting in a 47 instead of the 52. So there you go. Smart. He's a clever one, he is. Holy Trucker says cheaper than Just Trains and TSG locos, so that's good. We understood your abbreviation. That's green. Good. Bewdley. Bewdley. Next stop. Joffanon says, yeah, Edinburgh for the Fringe is hugely expensive. We did it last year for the first time. We do it again. Definitely would stay in Glasgow or somewhere along the Glasgow to Edinburgh route. Yeah, I had a look at some of the intermediate stops as well. But I think staying in Glasgow is probably a better idea, just because if we don't feel like going somewhere, at least there's going to be lots of food options and that sort of thing. You just go out and for a wander and get some food and come back. Because there will be days when one or both of us won't feel like going anywhere. It will happen. That's true, Alpha. You do get new timetables for Birmingham Crew as well as West Coast Main Line South. Everybody's going to be going to Milton Keynes all over again. No one's ever been to Milton Keynes. No one ever wants to go to Milton Keynes. But of course, in the game, there's nowhere else to go. So we all go to Milton Keynes. And we love it like this. I've actually been to Milton Keynes for real. I even got off the train just to say I could and did. Nigel, have been waiting to see this route in TSW for a long time. My favourite heritage route, which I visit annually, some 100 miles from home. Thank you, Paul, for showcasing its development. More than welcome. I saw it a couple of days ago and I thought, oh, I've got to get that. Got to have a look. Because there's just something really cool about running trains from a place that you've actually been. Oh, looks like there's a steam train sitting in the diesel multiple units siding here. Alpha Star says I'm sold. Sorry, Holy Trucker says I'm sold on the livery and the timetables. Amy says best bit of trolling DTG ever did was make it go to Milton Keynes. Yes. And then they put in the 377 in the thumbnail, like they go further than Watford Junction these days. They do have a bit of fun, DTG. Yeah, I think the vegetation's off to a pretty good start. It's a little bit nude in a few places, but I think it's an excellent start. And it looks like it's predominantly one version of trees, so its performance will probably be okay, because it's not got a lot of different trees, an excessive number for no apparent reason. We don't have any snow though, do we? I did put light snow, and we don't have any snow. I thought I did unlock the doors. Oh, no, focus is on the game. Let's try this. Huh. So now the buttons have stopped working too. Grouse. Oh, I know why, because I plugged in this, which confuses the crap out of the Cobra software. It doesn't like having a controller plugged in. It really doesn't. So I should kill it. Londo says, I've driven through Milton Keynes. Well, you didn't stop though, did you? Nigel says, having just joined, I'm looking forward to watching the whole video. Yeah, no, it's quite cool. It's, I think, got a decent feel to it, to be honest. It does feel like the SVR. I'm sure there's probably some things here and there that, when I've spent 2 days on the SVR, so I can't tell you I really know it, but there's things that I recognise. And the stations seem to be roughly the right layout. The tracks seem to be about the right layout from memory. So it'll be cool what you think of it. Oh, look. It's trees growing out of a house. Excellent. Look out, he's going too fast. Amy says it upset a bunch of veg, so I'm fine with it. Have you been to Bletchley Park, says Londo. Through it. I didn't get off. Chucky says some of it looks good already. Nigel said, is there any expected release date or timescale? No, and because it's an individual doing this, I wouldn't expect miracles, because he's going to have to go and find bridge assets and stuff like that. He needs to put whatever is supposed to be down here, down here. I can't remember if it's a road or a canal through here. It's probably a road, judging by the shape. What am I putting brakes on for? Not that way. Yeah, and you can have it now. There's a pinned link in the chat there at the top of the chat. You can download it now and play it. Alpha says, I recently found out that the photo mode in TSW6 has an exposure slider setting that makes photos come out really nice. Yes, it does. And you wish you could add an exposure slider in-game as well. Stand by. So be really clear, I'm not telling you you're getting an exposure slider in the game, but at least on PC, there is some, what do I call it? Some abilities coming, but not as part of the game. Now this bit of the line is what they added in. So it didn't actually go past Bewdley, from what I'm told. It was, it stopped at Bewdley. So this bit's put in by the railway themselves. I don't know if it went anywhere along down here. Can I have some smoke? Not really. What's Greta going to complain about if there's no smoke? So there's not an in-game facility coming, but for PC people there's about to be a way. I mean, the simplest way to do it is actually run your trains in winter. That helps. Clouds helps. Bit of light fog helps. There's all sorts of tricks that you can make it better with. I'm not sure if you can light bake in the public editor, so this may never get better. Because I don't know if you can actually do anything with it. The tunnel's actually quite nice. I kind of like the way the light's working in the tunnel, but the track lighting up as though it's in daylight is a bit sad. We head on into Kiddy, the hole. Anybody who knows Kiddy will know what I mean about the hole. Chocky says some of my videos have been going absolutely mental recently. Some new ones which just shot off and some old ones suddenly picking up huge momentum. So confusing, but your stats are higher than ever. That's good. It's awesome, mate. Shorts or long form? My mental short doesn't seem to play anymore. That one that I don't know how many views it settled on. Let me go and have a look. But I don't think it really does much anymore. I'll just keep an eye on it so I don't crash. Shorts. Sort by views. It's settled just under 2 million. So 1905498. Let's see if I can get any analytics on it. Is it still playing to anybody? No, it's kind of plateaued out. Oh, actually, it's got a little uptick again today. So it's played 5,000 times in the last 48 hours. So it may still crack 2 million. We'll see. But you know, it's just still bizarre to me that video is doing that. The new ones are long form, went up to 1K, 4K, 6K, and 12K. Awesome. Oh, that's really good, mate. That's really, really good. Well done. I'm very happy for you. It's all right, Alpha. Don't panic. We'll be fine. I think these signals always stay red, actually. I think you pull up to them and request permission to go through. Because I don't think these ones work. Yeah, they are all very red. Are any of them going to... Oh no, we've got a calling on come off on the second dole from the right. For those who don't know, the sticks that semaphores sit on are called doles. Chocky says, I'm just confused as to why. Take it, mate. Live up the moment. Have a look at your keywords and stuff on there. The other thing you can do, if you go into inspiration in YouTube Studio, that will probably be things about that video. Things that are similar. So you can go and have a look at those similar videos from other people and see if you can get any inkling from that. But apart from that, YouTube never really tells you what's going on. And to be honest with you, anybody outside of the YouTube team who tells you they know what YouTube does are bullshitters. Because they don't. They just make that shit up. Some people are just lucky. And of course, there are ways to chase the algorithm. Mainly by being clickbaity and grumpy. That's why arseholes do really well on YouTube. Back into Kitty. And over there would be where you catch the mainline trains. Stopped a little bit late there. Hopefully I haven't found the points. So this blank area here is where the mainline station would be if it existed. Is this track on the map? Oh, it is. Oh, so he could actually put some AI on there, I suppose, if he puts portals in at each end. They aren't there at the moment, but could. Bit of ballast on the track there. Minor issue. Which side was that on? Left. Uncouple. Ooh. Just hope I'm not too far forward for this. Because that's going to be awfully close for a runaround distance there. Let's go around this side and have a look. Nah, that's too close. They'll hit each other. For sure we'll have a derailment if I actually do run around. But looks like we're going to try. What I should probably do... Oh, no climb-ups. Fortunately, I have a way out of this. I actually think what I should probably do is... Look, let's just see if we get away with it. Clearly we won't fit, but you never know. Maybe it'll work. Chuffanon says something AI. I was going to spawn a 170 over there, but because that's what runs over there. You just want me to derail, Chuffanon. Mind you, the day I was here, these shadows are cool, aren't they? I might have to grab a screenshot out of that later, because that'd be a good thumbnail. Gently kiss the buffers. Is that going to recognise it? No, it wants me to go further. That got it. Ah, we're not going to go back anyway. We can keep going into return to free roam and just see what happens. Yes, we're supposed to go back now. Have the points changed? Not yet. But while we're here... Oh, I won't be able to get up there, will I? No, didn't think that through. We can come over here to the station and spawn ourselves a 170. Oh, the something AI was about YouTube algorithms, hand waving from those claiming to know how it works. Yes. I'm vaguely convinced even the Goog don't really know how it works. Let's go with cross country. Why can't I change the... Oh, I'm not sitting down, that's why. Get started. Right, there we go. Oh, we're going to see him run around, I think. Is he going to fit? Nah. It's alright, we haven't managed to go anywhere yet. Let's do cross-country proud, shall we? Ooh, she's struggling. You got a fit under there. Oh yeah. Yeah, just. Oh, it's pretty close. Oh, it's pretty close. Off we go into a bit of the route that the guy would never have thought that someone would do. Although he's got a signal here. Maybe he did think someone would do it. Because that's a signal right there. No. What? What? What else can we do? I wonder if there's anything else exciting to do. They run the whole distance. I'm not sure what the Jubilees do. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's two full distances. So a Bridgnorth to Kidderminster and a empty cars, which I assume goes all the way, judging by the length. And Stadia, same by the looks. Bridgnorth, Kidderminster, Bridgnorth, so at least you're allowed to come back. And a stable move. I wonder where that goes. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I assume that's us there. And we're going back up there somewhere. All right. Let's do it. That'll do, we're light engine. Viscous. Hey look, the gates work too. That's cool that the gates work. We've got the green. What if we're going to get to go into the shed? That'd be cool. How does the driver see backwards in the steam engine? Badly. Very badly. In our tank engines, it's great. You can actually see better going backwards than you can going forwards because you're looking out a window over the usually empty coal bunker by the time you're going backwards. Clearly not good enough. So your objectives are quite tight. All right, let's see where we're going. Those points are set. Those ones are set. Those ones are set. Those ones are set. So he's done all the points for us. Look at that. Generous sod. And we appear to have all three calling offs again. So the signalling's got a touch of work to go. Chocky says, because everyone in real life has a free cam. Yeah, of course. I mean, you can see how badly you can see, but basically what you have to do is lean out. Essentially. Just scooch our way into the shed. Oh, that's tight. That's too tight. I guess that corner's maybe not good for a steam engine. Is it going too fast or is it just too tight, do you reckon? I reckon maybe it's just too tight. Let's try and do it again, and let's try not to. Try to just crawl in there this time. At a couple of miles an hour. I kind of think that corner's just too tight for that wheelbase. Jubilee might be able to do it, but I think the Stania is going to struggle. Actually, even the Jubilee will struggle through there unless it's sent to drive as a flangeless. But we shall see what we shall see. We'll just go in there super, super slowly. It's those points there that did us in. It's always annoyed me how the whistle goes through the domes, how the steam does. Nice and slow, and this time we'll watch outside, so at least it'll look cool. I was doing 10 mile an hour when I rolled through there. Let's try go a bit less. But that is a super tight curve for such a long steam engine. Alpha Star, they carry water and coal with them today. They didn't carry any extra, if that's what you mean, because there was standpipes all along the lines for picking up water. Let's just take this at a couple of miles an hour and see if we get away with it. I don't think that's going to work.
How dare you?
Oh well. I actually think we might leave it there tonight, to be honest, because it's getting a bit late. And I actually have to pop out and do something. So I will have to nick off for a little while. But that's been cool. I think if you recognise the SVR, then I think that route's doing its job. So I think it's, you know, to me, I recognise it. It feels, it's got the right vibe. It seems to have the right kind of layout. Clearly that curve needs a little bit of work because coming off those points is just a tad tight. I don't really think the steam engine can do it. So need a little bit of effort there, I guess. But the rest of it is quite amazing, really. The fact that we are getting a heritage route, that's just awesome. And I hope they make a few others. Bluebell would be another one that I'd love to see. I know it's probably too much to ask for narrow gauge, but Talathin would be fun. Talathin would be excellent. Mind you, what's the smallest steam engine we've got? The Fowler. It's a bit big. It's a bit big. It would need a Need some steam engines to be built. But anyway, thank you very much for joining in tonight, and we'll be back again on Sunday. And in the meantime, Londo, I will go and find that, because yes, you should be coming out as a podcast episode. We did record that, but haven't done it because I'm slack. Anyway, enjoy yourselves, have fun, and do let Ryan Gregg know what you think over on Train Sim Community. So the link is pinned, but I'll drop it in again now. So he's quite interested in feedback. If you go to give it a try, there's a Google form that you can give him feedback on. I'll write something up about that derailment there, and we'll go from there. So have a good one and enjoy yourselves. See you later.
How dare you?